Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers, and sisters. This is episode 2 of the Mental Health Awareness Wacky Random Challenge. All right, episode 1 was difficult. I think it's very clear to see. Let's see what it gives me this time. It can only get easier, surely. For this episode, then, it is going to be Road F on a track day B at Silverstone in a stormy day and a clear night. Ooh, now that's an interesting combination. The Renault Megane RS 275 Trophy R from Road F and the Radical SR3. Ooh. Oh, yes, please, is what I have to say about that. Okay. Make sure the scene has changed properly. Yes, it has. Right. Let's crack on then. I've got half a chance of controlling the road car in a storm, so let's do that order. The only element I can kind of choose the order of is which cars I do which weathers in. Everything else is exactly as you see it. No gamble rolls, no being silly with anything. It is exactly as you see. So this is the first car of night, Silverstone GP, a circuit I much love. Was there in 2018. We have a stormy day. Okay, and we are up against the Road Fs, the G40 Juniors, the Baby Janettas. G40s, where are you? There they are. The Formula X, oh my goodness, the fastest thing in the game, the nuclear powered cars, and the Formula A. Well, I better be ready to brace myself and duck when everything comes around to lap me. Right. Now, I have just done an online race, so just going to double check a couple of things. Yep, that is indeed correct. Oh, engine damage. No, lovely. Right. Let's crack on then. Much more confident on this combination than I was with last night's one. The Lamborghini and the Mercedes GT1 at the Asphalt Coast circuit. Goodness me, if I'd had those two cars at this track, it wouldn't have gone anywhere near it disastrously. But drivers' excuses there. Okie dokie then. So 8 Formula X's, 9 Formula A's. What we got in the Road Fs? Well, that's curious. It's put the G40s behind the Road Fs. I'm at the back. Well, that's to be expected. Mitzi, Honda, Mitzi, I think. Mitzi's really hard to tell from the picture sometimes. Right. Typical British sum up. Let's go. Oh, I'm in the wrong view. There we go. Really slow with that gear change. Turn stability control off because this car really does not need it. And there's all the G40s behind me. And sure enough, we are leaving them behind. The G40s would be able to keep up with us a bit better than that. Come on, Mitzi. Whoa! Oi! Oi, oi, oi! Just being very cautious. Going through the first few turns. Village or farm? I can never remember some of the corner names. Oh, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of standing water. Front-wheel drive car that should be able to handle that fairly well. He says. Commentator cursed myself. Flying off into the doldrums for too long. That's our fellow Renault. Brooklands. Luffield. From here, then I saw pretty much those stands over there was where I saw the British Grand Prix in 2018. So the Masters, the F1 Masters, the GP Masters, I think they're called. classic F1 cars available. Wonderful to see. It's not surprising that there's Mitsubishis at the front of the class. Whoops. A bit of a nudge there. Oh, did I? No, I thought I just killed the Mitsubishi I just passed there. No, thankfully. Oh, dive bomb! Dive bomb coming through Beckett's. Chapel, onto the hang straights. Big puddle there. Okay, well, I did not expect to be leading my class before the end of lap 1. I'm certainly not going to be able to catch the Formula X's and Formula A's. Big puddle again. It's those puddles that's going to catch me out. Big amount of understeer through Stowe. Remember some of the corner names. These are lakes that the game is giving me to drive through. Whoa. Yeah. Fail. Club. Well, penultimate turn, now club. I'm sure that penultimate turn actually has a name. I'm pretty sure that last one there is club. And that's a lap of a very, very sudden tilted. Certainly didn't have weather conditions like this when I went. It was boiling, boiling hot. That's way too hot to turn 1. Oh, okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be. No, they're not far away. Oh, no, no, no. 2018 was the year that Kimi Raikkonen in a Ferrari nudged into the side of Lewis Hamilton. Abbey, I think it was Abbey. Lake. And there's the Mitzies on my tail again. And he then fought his way through the field and finished second. Sebastian Vettel won. Most annoyed. I was there to see my home Grand Prix. Lewis didn't win. Revenge was exacted last year with Sebastian Vettel pinning it in a dry to wet German Grand Prix. There was Hockenheim, I doubted myself, and there was Hockenheim. Oh, alright. Never very good at that particular turn. I remember doing a league race once here, although it was, I've done several league races. At either this circuit or versions of this circuit. For instance, the national version doesn't have this section backwards and forwards. It cuts this out and reappears. Where does it reappear? Start finish line, I think. I've actually forgotten where the national version reappears after it turns right just before Maggots. It was the site of my one and only league win in Apex Online Racing. Back on the predecessor of this game, Project Guard 1, BMW 320 touring car. Car I really love in this game. I will get that turn right. I will get Vale right before this day is through. I'm keeping my classmates in check. Oh, that may have been a big gap. Okay, that didn't go well. Commentated on this circuit many a time in its sim racing form, of course. Fairly recently, I commentated an endurance event for Club Racing UK, an organisation I've been doing some commentaries for recently, if I can get my words out. They are an organisation of, well, a group of club racers doing what a lot of racing fans are doing at the moment, and turning to the world of sim racing for something to do during the COVID-19 lockdown. I'm not navigating these puddles very well at all. Even in a front wheel drive car. I do feel a rudder would have been better equipped for this car. Yeah, Club Racing UK had an endurance event where they had the BMW 320. Here they did a 90-minute race, and I was so tempted to take part, but they did ask me specifically to commentate, so I did. That can be found on this channel. It was a very good race indeed. Hopefully when COVID is all done and dusted, or the lockdown I should say is all done and dusted, hopefully going to be more closely affiliated with this group, hoping to go into the real life commentary box. I've always hoped to go into the real life commentary box. Of course right now sending off applications may not serve me too well. There's another sense of irony when the lockdown was introduced. I was in the process of firing off applications. Oh, did that better. Not good, but better. Lots and lots of understeer, as you would imagine, from a front-wheel drive road car. Right, how much time have we got left? 1.5 minutes. Such is the joy of front-wheel drive cars. Point the nose roughly in the right direction and stamp on the gas. Doesn't always work, but it's not doing too badly in this car in these conditions. Speaking of Club Racing UK, I have been commentating for their Interclub Championship, as they call it. This is the series they organise between themselves on the Cars 2, or something to do during the COVID-19 lockdown. And they were looking for commentators on all platforms, and I put my name. Oops, that's way off the Brooklands. So I put my hat in the ring, and they've been very happy with my work so far, I'm glad to say. So I'm hoping to, I guess, like I said earlier, work with them post-lockdown. We'll see if that amounts to anything. I can see there's missing braking boards around here, so the AI has been having a bit of fun. Well, I was last and lapped in the, was I lapped? Well, it certainly felt like it. I was being overtaken by Ginettas in the Mercedes in the last race. Oh, in yesterday's episode. Oh, thank you, front-wheel drive cars. This is essentially what club racing is about. Bring a car and race it. Do the car up, obviously. There's rules and regulations and safety things you have to put into these cars that are raced at club level. All done for the love of motorsport. Oh, come back. Time for a swim. Ugh. Oh, I was on the brake way too early. Round and round we go. Right, now the checker flag should be out by now. Yep, the timer hits at 0. Yeah, I thought so. The leader has yet to cross the line. I actually thought I would be caught by the Formula X's. They are obscenely powerful cars in this game. not based on any real life. I mean, there's a single-seater car, but it's got the most ridiculously powered curve system in the world, and there is a reason why I call it a nuclear-powered car. Moving on. Getting a little too confident now. I'm not even avoiding the standing water. In 2018, it was in that wall where one of the Toro Rossos, I was there with Brendan Hartley, but I'm not entirely sure it was, during practice, absolutely binned it. He had suspension failure, if I recall, and went hooning in there. I was actually in. Oh, that'll teach me to look away and drive through a puddle. I was in the middle. I wasn't in my seat at Ludfield. I was on the other side, meeting up with people in the Formula One esports contingent who I've commentated on in the past. That's a bit wide. And suddenly we heard this screeching of tyres and an almighty great bang as the Toro Rosso buries itself in the tyre wall. It, of course, walked out completely unscathed. The car was a mess. I have a feeling he didn't take part in qualifying because of that. They couldn't rebuild the car quick enough, I think. It was free practice 3. No, well, it was the day before free practice 2, so I might have that particular fact wrong. But he definitely binned it. One of the Toro Rossos binned it there in 2018. That was good fun, mate. I really did enjoy. And it's almost done! Could have done with a bit less temperature. It was like 36 degrees, which I do not like. I am not a fan of sweltering heat no matter where you go. I know some people like it, I do not. Should be it, and it is indeed. Oh, that was fun. I enjoyed that one. Let's have a quick look at the lap times. Where's the road Fs? There they are. The reason why there's no total time is because none of the other road Fs have finished yet. And it looks like all the Ginettas were lapped. 44, yeah, quite a bit quicker than the rest of my class. Okay, so it's now the Track Day B Radical SR3, which is that one in a clear night. So I'm going to set this to 1 o'clock in the morning. Upset all of the nearby residents in Northamptonshire. Track's not that close to anything. It's not like Brands Hatch that it's surrounded by urban areas. Right, 2017. I don't tend to aim for the time trial times. Has it put me last again? No, it's put me 6th this time. 6th in class. Once again, the single seat is just going to disappear off into the distance. At least I can see around me. Lovely noise. Oh wow, that was very nearly a jump start. Which is why I wasn't. It's because I hadn't quite crossed the line of the front of my grid box before I dropped it. Oops. And that's not gone bad. Just going to check the drive rates. None. Okay. But I do at least have lights. Now, I am up against people of my class. They're not all in the same car as me, and the Track Day B class is not designed to be balanced. Wow, those mirrors are quite small and quite a long way away from my view. Oh, here comes something. I will not be winning the class, I shouldn't think. Onwards! Oh dear, someone's had a bad day. Oh, someone's had a very bad day. Judging by the engine tone, that's another one of me. Oh, that isn't. Well, that might be, I suppose. Side by side through Mackets and Beckets. Oh no, that's what tends to happen when you do things like that. Oh dear. Someone was determined to make up some progress. My last in class. Let's have a quick look. Yes. I'll see if I can at least avoid that. Slide through snow. No lakes to deal with. Whoa, very easy to lock brakes though. Now I can mess about with things like the brake bias, but unless I know a car well enough, I'm not going to start doing things like that. And there's not many cars I know well enough to make those kind of adjustments with confidently without kind of experimenting as I'm driving. If I find I'm locking up absolutely everywhere, which I did there, but I was able to release some of the brake pressure. Whoops. Onwards. Normal balance is restored. I win one race and then I'm last as far as class is concerned in the next one. I'm pretty sure helicopters would not be flying. Well, there wouldn't be a helicopter flying there in the dark without any lights on it whatsoever. I know helicopters can fly in the dark, but they would have some kind of illumination, I'd have thought. Not that I am an aviation expert. There's someone out there. This thing has a lot of traction, but very little in the way of kind of forgivability. It doesn't like being pushed too hard. Some cars you can catch it quite easily. This is not one of them. Do you wander off the road? I'm sure there's lots of useful information on there that I simply don't know. Oil pressure, everything's oh, don't need first. The only number I particularly need is that big red one above the window. I feel like I could rest my head on the padded support here. Ooh, just about. Better. Oh, bit deep. Kimi Raikkonen had an almighty great crash. I forget which year it was, but it was a Ferrari around here. Went too wide down, hit a drainage ditch or something like that, and where the car took off, if I recall. It was quite a spectacular accident. He was fine, but it brought an end to his race, and Felipe Massa and Williams, I believe, was caught up in that. A couple of others might have been as well. Did those other cars go? Oh, these things are not designed to drift. I can hear cars buzzing around. I'm assuming that's the Cinettis. Oh no, that was the Formula A's I just heard. Model quite closely-ish on the Formula 8 V8 Formula 1s. Yeah, they have a curve you can use like for about 6.7 seconds a lap or something like that. They have a DRS. The engine tone is something similar to the old V8 F1 engine. Of course, without licensing, they couldn't call it an F1. That license went to Codemasters. And for what Project Cars were doing, I doubt they would have been too interested at the time, although Codemasters now owns the Project Cars studio. I can't see anybody now. Oops. There was a potential opportunity for me to commentate here at the Silverstone for an endurance event that's going to be happening this year. Well, of course, the entire motorsports calendar has been completely kiboshed. That event included, but it was never confirmed, so I never made a statement about it. It was an event that I was penciled in to do. Yeah, I can hear cars going behind me. I was penciled in to do in Spain, would you believe? Which is in October, well, was going to be in October, whether it's still going to be on, who knows, but again, it's not looking likely that I'll do that one. Which, as I'm a fairly nervous traveller, might be the best thing that I don't cut my real-life commentary teeth on a Spanish gig. Whoa, that was a little bit hot coming into maggots. That was not how you take Beckett's. There they are, there's the Formula X's. You'll see just how quickly they fly past me. Oh, hi there. Another one. They're great fun to drive, those things. Oh, nice moves. Ah! Rather wish you hadn't slowed down that much. You had no reason to. I'm pretty sure you cut the corner there, sir. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there we go. It's, I was looking at the timer at the top left there. Tells me how much time is the laptops. So we've got less than a minute to go. That's one of the Formula 8s. If you listen to the engine. There you go. There is DRS on them, it's quite hard to see. They've gone for the sort of the really skinny rear wing design that Formula 1 had before. It was just a single season. Another one. Those are quite hard to drive. Whoa! Being held up through that field and then get a armful of opposite lock. Whoa, hi there! Not the conventional way to pass someone. Oh dear, bits of someone's car. The damage is visual only, so you can see the bits come off, but it doesn't actually make any detrimental impact to your car's performance. Ooh. Alright, how much time is left? Okay, so this should be the last time over the line. Oh, it's a G40. It's a baby Janetta. He's had a very bad day. A very bad day indeed. What if they didn't hold up any of my class members any for me to catch up with them? Whoa. I got to lap one of the Janettas. There we go. Oh, goodness me. It was interesting to see the Formula X's and Formula A's actually in amongst one another, and their lap times were not... Oh, well, their best lap times were not that far apart. I'm actually surprised by that. Mine was distinctly slower than everybody else. Oh. But that is it for this episode. Hashtag mental awareness is the purpose of this series. For those that are struggling, you do deserve to reach out, get the support you need. You can do it. You are worth it. Never stop believing. Things can get better. And I will see you for the next one. Thank you very much, and goodbye.